the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, so tomorrow, till the Monday following Thanksgiving. Okay, so those 5 days, and you can go longer. You can open trades any of those 5 days. So you might close past that, but the 5 days that you can open are those days. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through each one again. This is my table. Sometimes you cook things in a rush. Some things you slave over, right? It's not about the recipes, right? It's about the fam. It's about the family. It's about the time. And so here we are together at my table of Thanksgiving stuff. So I'm trying to think of any more puns that I could think of. I cannot think of any more. So here we go. We're going to go through the strategies. Let's first go through some basics. Let's just go through some basic staples, right? So remember, Wednesday to Monday, going back 2013. Let's do first. Let's get a little leg option. Let's start with some legs here. Maybe this is the turkey. Maybe this is the staple. I don't know. But I'm gonna share my screen here. Can you guys see my screen? So this, if you look at this graph, it's ridiculous. This is couple side notes before we get into this. Options involve risks. This table is risky. This meal that I'm serving today is backward looking, super backward looking, not forward looking. In fact, this is a fun talk. They're all for entertainment purposes. If you have any questions, consult your financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just an entertainer here, smoking a cigar. So this is super backward looking. Am I saying take any of these tests? No. It's just super interesting to look at. That's all we're saying. So the first one is the turkey. What is this trade? This is a 5-day iron fly. Okay? 50 deltas. We're selling the meat. We're selling the heart of the turkey. The 50 deltas. And we're going 50 points wide. So it's a 50 wide iron fly. We're putting it on at 932. We are allocating 100% of our portfolio because we're fools, because it's fun. And the secret of it is, while we're foolish, we're not that foolish. So for science purposes, we're using one contract at a time. Got just one contract going. You can play around with this. You have all these tests. You should be able to. If you don't have them, let me know. I can send you the individual ones, but that portfolio link should work for you, I believe. So you're putting these on. You got this 50 delta fly on, and you're going to win 58% of the time. Again, Wednesday to Monday to 2013. You're doing the trade 12 times. There's 7 winners. Let's look at the trade log here. So this is going backwards. So looking at 2015, and a couple notes. If you see some that aren't 2013, there's a bunch of different reasons why some of them wouldn't have opened back then. So don't get too stuck in the weeds. It's just looking at the trade. So you can dig in because you have access to figure out why that wouldn't have traded. I'm not going to get all that. So anyway, our test starts 2015, way back when the S&P was 2090, almost 50% away from here, or depending on your flavor of bearish or bullish, 50% from where we might be in a couple months. So we're collecting. You guys ever sold out iron flies? Any iron fly traders in here? You ever placed an iron fly? Okay. We got some iron fly traders in here. So you sell the meat, you collect the profit. What is our profit? There is no profit. Dun, dun, dun. We're just letting it roll. Look at that. We're just letting it expire. That's a crappy recipe, right? I wonder if you guys could improve on it for me. Have fun. Happy Thanksgiving. But the theory holds. You just sell one. Just sell one through time of Thanksgiving. And that seemed to work. You won over 50% of the time. 41% max drawdown. You might get sick on this turkey. You might be allergic to this type of turkey. Here's a turkey for you. Let's keep going. So we did the turkey. let's break the legs off a little bit. Let's start tearing into this. We got ourselves for the Turkey Day a 5-7 DC. Everybody knows OO is DC land. That's why everybody's so sad this week as we as we watch our DCs just get consumed this Thanksgiving week. So, but over time, this is a 5-7. What are we doing? We're selling the 25 Delta shorts 5 days out, and we're buying the same strikes 7 days out. Again, one contract. We're using specific days in the exact DTE, so it's only a 5-7. And we exit when tested. That's the only time when we're exit when tested. You do pretty well, the shorts, because you're exiting when tested. You're not taking any crazy losses, but you do get some winners. Last year in particular, you got a pretty big winner. That's Turkey Day. We're going to look at another Turkey Day. Do this. That was the 5-7. Let's go to the 2-5. 2-5, very similar, except for that of 5-7 is 2-5. And instead of exiting when tested, we are taking a 10% profit target. 10% profit target. This one's interesting because we got ourselves a 100% win rate through time. 17 for 17 through history. Interesting one to me. 20 deltas. This one's a little different. It's a 20 delta put, 25 delta call. Please type it in the chat for our Thanksgiving trivia of the day. Why do a 25 delta call and a 20 delta put? Why would the differential on deltas be a thing here? Any takers? Type it in that old chat. And if you don't see the chat, if you look at humans, there should be 605 right next to it. There's a little button that says open chat. Why 25 delta call and a 20 delta put? Anybody? Bueller?
It's giving me an error when I try and chat, so I don't know if everyone's getting the same error.
Oh, interesting. Okay, well, that's good to know. I'm glad that not everybody.
I'm getting the same error.
Also getting the error. That's weird. Sorry, guys. We usually are able to chat in there. Super weird. Okay, 1 second here. Oh, interesting. Okay, we'll have to work on that. Sorry about that. Short vol, you talked. Oh, Ian, yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say the error says that you were possibly not in the same server as the person. So I don't know if it's something on your end or if it's maybe a Discord issue.
Discord might be high. It might be Discord might be getting ready to be with its family, and it's struggling a little bit.
It's the issue.
That's right. Well, you guys. This is special Thanksgiving. Why the 5 delta and not the 25 delta call, 20 delta?
You get to cheat with the volatility going up when you challenge yourself on the downside.
Mm-hmm. Right? That's right. So remember, DCs in general expand with volatility, contract with the contraction, and so getting that delta on the call gets you a little bit closer to like a neutral, like a kind of a Vega neutral, not all the way, but it gets you a little closer. So that does pretty well. Let's keep going. I'm going to keep clicking that by accident every time. So we looked at some DCs. Now let's get to everybody because everybody's welcome at this table. Let's look at a Turkey Day Condor. This Turkey Day Condor is 2013 to 2022. We are selling a 25 Delta call and put, and this is a 0-day Turkey Day Condor. So we're playing with fire a little bit on these 0 days. Or maybe we're not. This is the great debate. This is, oh, man, I wish you guys could chat. This is the great debate in all of it, depending on if you're reading the Wall Street Journal or you're reading 0-day tranche traders. Lots of debate about what's happening with these 0 days. Hey, but listen, 0 days is the thing. You can test it. So this is a 0-day Turkey Day Condor, day of Turkey Day Condor.
Yeah, but it's just Iron Turkey traded by an algo or by a human, right? That's the real question.
Well, that's indeed the real question. The only exit is exit when tested. If you look at the trade log, we're collecting through history. What's interesting about this is historically, this is a pretty bullish time of the year. We're going to show a real big exception to that here in a minute, but it seems to work. It just seems to work pretty good. Now, you guys, this is like a paint dry type of condor in some 25 Delta. Maybe it's not 5 Delta. It's considered the paint dry condor. But this is pretty automated. I guarantee you, I can guarantee you, because you guys are all smarter than me, that this recipe can be improved on greatly by doing things like tranching, by doing things like profit actions, by doing things like putting a bunch of these on through the day. You guys have already done this all day long. So you can look at this stuff and maybe play around with this yourself. So I'm not the master of the 0-day Condor by any means. So I'm going to let you guys take this home and improve on this recipe. This would be this recipe would be like the equivalent of I'm old school. So this is like the equivalent of like one of those 1955 cookbooks that has like salad, but all the salads are like Jello. It just doesn't make sense. That's what this one is to me. It's like, here's my condor. And people who trade 0-day stuff are like, what? So anyway, that's that. Let's keep going because I want to get to the desserts, which is the whole freaking point of Thanksgiving. And the Thanksgiving part, obviously, but also the desserts. So we looked at those. We looked at the fly. We looked at the condor. We looked at the 2.5. We looked at the 5.7. Now we get to two variations of the turducken. I'm so sorry you guys can't chat. We'll get it fixed. Don't know what's happening. But if anybody can talk, I just need a verbal confirmation of this. Has anyone ever eaten a turducken? Has anyone feasted on a turducken before? It's gonna make me so sad. Please, row, shortfall, anyone who talks, turducken. Has anyone had one?
Yeah.
Thank you. That's all I needed. I just needed one. And for those who don't know what the turducken,
no, just for the record, no, not a yes.
Ro loves turducken. Let it be on the record that Ro all he eats is turducken. Perfect. So, and a turducken is a turkey, and well, there's variations of the turducken. I don't even know what the most common turducken is. Is it chicken?
Isn't it a turkey stuffed with a duck stuffed with a chicken?
Yeah, that would make sense with the name, right? That's great. Okay, so we got two variations of the turducken here. The first turducken, using the 8 legs. This is an iron fly through history mixed with a long strangle. So what are we doing? We are selling the 50 deltas, right? Selling the 50 delta call and put, and we are buying the wings 50 points out, and then we're buying a long strangle at those same 50-point out strikes. Does that make sense? And what we're doing is just winning 90% of the time. That's what we're doing with this, with a very small data set to test that with any strength. This is what today is. So let's look at the trade log. You're paying, you're paying money because this is a long gamma trade, but you're selling kind of some at the money guts. And so with this, we're not, this is just an idea factory here. This is just an idea. This is like one of those where cousin Troy brought a weird turducken. All we're doing is taking a bite. We're taking 10% on this. 10% iron fly mixed with long strangle seems to work pretty well. To the second turducken. The second turducken is my personal favorite turducken. What we're doing here is we've got a put calendar and a call butterfly. So it's a 25 delta call butterfly. You buying the 25 delta, buying the selling the wings 50 points above that, buying the last. Selling the meat at the 50 points past the 25 delta, and then buying the other wing 100 points from the 25 delta. And then on the put, it's a put 20 delta put 2 days, 2-5 put calendar, basically, those bottom two. And this, we're taking profit at 20%. I like that drawdown. This is one contract, obviously, you can size up and see what happens. But this one's pretty cool. And this is pretty close to kind of like what I like to do in life in general with options. Right? I like to have that downside stuff, and I like to have that lotto to the upside in general. That's kind of my personal play. But that's a good turducken. I like that turducken. I'm sorry. You guys probably have much, much better turduckens that you can find. I just lit my mustache on fire. It's probably my mustache is smoking. Anyway, much better turduckens. But I like that one. Now, to the fun part. A big caveat, what I'm about to tell you. This is the most fitting I will ever do an option Omega. But it's Thanksgiving week, and it's fun. We're just chilling, and it's cool. So I'll tell you a story real quick, and then we'll look at some desserts. Last year, it was my first year of kind of like trading full time. Had started full time trading in, I think, like October or September. And then November, it was just grinding along. And I had to go to the restroom or something, because I'm getting old. And I had to go to the restroom like at 3 in the morning. And I woke up and I looked at the market, as is my custom, and we were tanking. And it's not like this year where like every other day you're just like, oh, it's down 50 or whatever, or up 50 or whatever. This was like, we didn't do that a lot last year, right? Especially overnight. So I looked at it and I was like, oh man. So I actually like scalped all morning with futures and stuff like that. It was like a crazy day. I think the market goes till 1 p.m. on Friday. So it was like a shortened day. There was no liquidity in the market. And so everything was just so exacerbated. It was just moving like crazy. And I think at some point Friday, we were down like 100 points. I don't remember what the percentage was, but we were down like 100 points. So I say all that to say, the desserts here, sugar will kill you. Sugar's bad for you, but just enjoy it. These desserts are all based on that one trading week last year where things started going nuts Friday, and then continued on for that following week. So I give you the first dessert in a ranking of Troy's desserts. I will give you the yams. Now, straight away, you're going to protest this. You're going to be like, yams isn't a dessert. Are you out of your freaking mind? Well, yes, I am. But 2, yams, depending on how you do it, are delicious. They're just wonderful, right? And so we are going to treat yams as a dessert here. Again, this is my table. It's not your table. You know, yams aren't a dessert to your family. It's fine, whatever. I've had yams that are not a dessert, so I'm with you on that. But I've absolutely had yams that are a dessert. But in my house, for me in my house, we will have yams as dessert. So I start with that. And this one, again, I am not. This is two trades. Two trades. Don't base anything like that. But what I'm interested in is looking at this one day, this two trades basically that happened last year where things got crazy, and I want to look at what would have been the sweetest play. That's my desserts. So this is a 10 Delta put calendar, and it's a 1.5, so you're paying a little bit more for the premium. Okay. Again, you could play with this. It's fun, but you could just do it however you want to do it. So, great question, Roe. I was turducken with Tesla and took assignment on 10, 300 puts this AM. Do those yams count as dinner or dessert? Again, there's two things going on in that. Is it a yam? Is that a turducken? That is a great conversation to be had. Two, if it's not sweet to you, you don't have to say it's a dessert. These are sweeteners. So again, my house, we're making yams sweet. Your house, yams sometimes might be sour. It's not a debate. It's just statements right now. Does that make sense? Like this Troy's house yams are dessert. That's the T-shirt for this Christmas. And Troy's house yams are desserts. So this is a put calendar. We open it the day before at 3:15. We have using specific dates, obviously, allocating 100% of the portfolio up to 5 contracts. So we're allocating 5 contracts, up to 5 contracts. And our profit target, because this is the most curve-fitted thing ever, is 75%. I wanted to just show it. It's fun. We're 2 for 2. 2 for 2. Wednesday, November 24th, day before Thanksgiving, we put this little put calendar on. Paid a lot of money for it, $5 a calendar, because we're paying for this premium. We took that baby off for $56.50 because we don't believe in mean reversion in this curve fitted process, because we're wizards, prophets. We put the same thing on Monday, and we pay a lot of money for that, and then we take it off for $33.50. That's what we do. That's the yam dessert. Put calendar into a crazy down move. An e-liquid crazy down move. That's the first dessert. Let's go to more traditional desserts at this point. Let's go sweet potato pie. What's the most boring dessert in the world? Again, I'm just going to piss everybody off today. This is Troy's house. This is Troy's desserts. We're going for it. Sweet potato pie. You have to have it. It's a default. You have to have it. I don't feel it. It's not my thing. It's not my favorite thing. I know you have to have it. I'm not arguing don't have it. I'm just saying, at the table, I'm not always picking up sweet potato pie. That's just. I will circle back around to it because I eat too much at Thanksgiving. We will go back and get sweet potato pie. Not my first though. It's not my first one. So, what is the sweet potato pie in this curve fitted model? We're buying a 1 Delta put. A 1 Delta put with 1 day to expiration. We're opening the trade at 3:15. The profit target, because this is curve fitted, is 200%. And we're winning 100% of the time. Okay. Didn't spend anything. Didn't spend any money on this. This is 30. We spent, $35 times 5. And then we got out for 200%. Again, people love that. People love it. That's great. They'll eat it all day. It's their favorite thing. Not my thing. It's great. Whatever. The final dessert, the superior dessert, I see, it is what it is at my house. It's fine. For the final dessert, we're going to look at the best dessert, which is pecan pie. Now, have I had bad pecan pies before? Absolutely. I've absolutely had bad pecan pies. Have I had pecan pies that have made me think about things in a way I've never thought things before? Yes, I have. I have. So that is the final dessert. And what this dessert is, in a curve fitted perfect world where I can just make 100% win rates occur at the drop of a hat, we're doing a put butterfly, and we're buying the 10 delta put. We're selling 2 of the 50 points below the 10 delta, and we're buying 100 points below the 10 delta. Right, so it's a 50-point wide butterfly, putting it on at the end of the day. And this one we're going to use profit targets. So at a 200% profit, we're going to close 25%, and then we're going to set the stop loss to 80%. 2 trades. So you paid roughly $500, $600 for it, and you made 17,000. Sweet. That's a kicker. That's what we call a sweet dessert. Right. In a perfect curve fitted world where I knew where it was going to end, I was able to do whatever I wanted and came up with the perfect pecan pie for last year alone. Now you might be thinking to yourself, fine, that was a great pecan pie. That was a great sweet potato pie. The yams were good this year. Whatever. Why don't you run these all of since 2013 and see how they do? I will let you guys do it yourself, but also I will give you the answer. Not great, because desserts are the outlier to every meal. Dessert can be the thing that's like the thing that you remember the most, or it can be the thing that's absolutely just makes you go home and be like, well, that was stupid. That whole thing was stupid. Why did we even meet as a family? So, in short, the answer is through time, it's not great. But I will say that the idea of that dessert, looking through it at that point, is it's fun. I don't advocate it as a general strategy, but it's super fun to look through these things when you know what the answer is. Like, I know what happened that day, right? I was there. I remember it. I remember what happened the following week. It's fun to use Option Omega to go back and be like, I wonder what the best strategy was. Like, I wonder what the best strategy was for like a day when it was low liquidity and we dropped 3% intraday. Like, I wonder what the best strategy was. Is that, should you use that strategy? No, it's just learning. It's just fun of it. So I give you the turkey recipes. No doubt your family does it better. If you have some fun turkey recipes, please put them in the Cigar Lounge channel. I'd love to see them. But I thought it was fun. It was a fun little project to go through those days and be like, all right, through time, what could we have done different? So with that, since you guys can't chat, which is sad to me, we'll get that fixed for you. I'll let you go. Guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Spend it with your families. If you are international, have a great work day, or whatever you guys do. And we will be back the following week, and we will continue on with Cigar Lounges. We've got some fun stuff planned. And then in December, we're going to have the Option Omega 10 days of Christmas, or 12 days of Christmas. Yeah, 12 days of Christmas. And that's going to be baller. So I'm looking forward to it. So anyway, I'll let you guys go. I hope you have a great day. If you have any questions, let me know. But other than that, we'll talk to you soon, okay?